Today we're cleaning up the classic Steve Ritchie, No Fear. It's amazing, this game. There's a lot going on here. 1995. It has this great jump ramp cycle, like, you know, it's BMX, it's motocross, it's sporting, it's extreme sports. But it's a fan layout. That's what they normally say about it. It's a fan layout, so basically all the way up. Every shot leads somewhere. Most of them are orbit. It's a very fast-paced game, very zoom, zoom, zoom. So we're going to show you how the snake can pretty much navigate it. Okay, so I'm going to do a handheld version of this because since it is a fan layout, me just setting up the camera 6-7 times seems kind of ridiculous. So you're looking right here at the spinner. There's a No Fear spinner right here. This is your left orbit that continues from the right orbit. I'm going to feed it all the way through. You see it's coming around the back here. And you can see right between the wires, right between the wire forms, the snake makes it all the way up to the top there. Pull it back out. I'm going to do the same thing on the right side. Bring it all the way through. If you look behind the skull, it gets a little tight, makes a turn, comes all the way through. Nice. Now we're going to do the horse collar around. Does this guy have a name?
Skull.
Skull, okay. So we're just gonna go ahead and bring it right around. This is very similar to the Black Knight 2000 wraparound that goes underneath the playfield. Just to be sure you can get it from both sides. Now, you see my sleeves are dirty too, so what I'm gonna do, I like to use the tail. This loose part of cloth on the tail, I realize a little spray. Just has a rag always at the ready. Just kind of get some of that off. If they're really bad, I usually just turn them. But once you turn them enough, you're gonna say, it's time to replace them. That helps, it looks a lot better. It's a little burnt there, but same thing over here. See it come together. You just gotta get it in time. You let it build up. Okay. But this is not a sleeve cleaning show. So we're gonna show you now how I go the skydive shot. This one just goes straight in. I believe it doesn't wrap around. The dead ends right there. I can even turn the snake upside down, clean the underside of the plastic as well. Get the ball dust. All right, now we're gonna start going up the ramps. We have this downhill ramp. It's around, and it's through the plastic. I'm gonna lift this gate up. So it's making that hard turn, almost a horseshoe. Now I don't need to go and try and make the snake go through this gate. I can just clean right up to there. If I wanna get that little bit that's remaining, I'll turn the snake on its side, almost like a hook. Make sure the gate goes both ways. Bring it in and just get what I can. I'm not trying to force it. I already got the other side. Yeah, picks up something. Okay, now the jump ramps. Basically your roller coaster jump. I always have trouble making this shot. I just spray a little more alcohol in here. Now since most of these plastics are open, there's really no reason to snake it. Except here, there's a piece of plastic that's covering basically airball protector. You have a gate right here. Make sure it's a two-way gate. If it's a two-way gate, I'll go backwards, send the snake through, bring him up, lay him right in the channel. I'll go past the black, I call the butt of the snake. And now the wire should be hanging down, pull it right back. One more time, I'm not gonna go forward with it because remember, I want to think about how I'm gonna get out of there. I'm cleaning here. I'm gonna make sure this doesn't bang around too much. It's not my machine. Pull out. Nice, pretty clean. There's also a curved ramp back here. Now I'm gonna have you come on the other side of the machine. So the jump now shot goes right up into this other plastic ramp, which leads around to your, I guess your cliff jump, I would call it. Now, there's two gates you're dealing with. You got the one down here, right here, take a look. And then you have the one over here. in the back, right behind the skull. So this one I have access to. This one I'll be careful with. I'm gonna lift that up. See how far I can go with the snake. Now he's starting to go uphill. Snake doesn't go uphill unless you turn on its side, but I can get a really good reach. Now, of course, I could lift the entire playfield out, slide it down a couple of inches, and just work on the back. I thoroughly recommend that. I do it myself, but for someone who is not as versed on how a machine is put together, that might be a task, lifting up the playfield and dragging it backwards. I know it was my first time. I thought I was gonna break everything. Metal ramp, pretty easy to clean. It's wide open. No reason to snake it, but I'd rather, you don't stick your hand in there. Okay, so relatively straightforward. There's nothing crazy about the in lanes. Usually it's one wire form, two wire forms, or sometimes it's something like Creature from the Black Lagoon where you're having a giant whirlpool above it. You can barely see through it. But the in lanes are so easy now. Grab the head, grab the tail, go back and forth. Give it enough friction. Yeah, I don't see many ball trails on here. This looks pretty good. Now, of course, he has a lot of dark art, but there is some black here. But I have better videos of ball trails being pulled up. But since I'm doing the in lanes anyway, I'm gonna take off the towel front to back, lay it down. I do the clean side. So you put it right on the dirty side. Put the snake right on top. This time I'm exposing the top link so the head is past the towel's edge. Roll it up. Get your taco. Now the ball should be exposed. Take a little spray it off camera. I'm sorry, I spray it off the playfield, so I don't like just spraying things in the playfield, especially since it's not my machine. All right, I'm gonna feed it from the top. I have more control of it over here. You can see a very faint line in the clouds there, but just the idea, you wanna go in with the ball wet. You don't wanna do it dry, because it's not about grinding away like a paint eraser. It's more like just a nice friction. You don't want to dig into the clear coat. You don't want to pull up anything. Now, what I'm doing is I'm just going to blast a little alcohol in there. Right. So now what I'm doing is I'm grabbing by the head, and you can hear the squeak squeak of the ball. Once you start to feel that squeak get tougher, like that, then you stop. Because now you're just grinding dry against dry, and you don't want to do that to your clear coats or your diamond plates. But it got that black line up pretty well. It wasn't really that prominent like on some other machines, but that's the idea of basic maintenance. You do that once a week, that won't ever build up again. Gonna spray into the other side. This time I'm gonna come from where I am on the position. I'm gonna come from the bottom, go right at the top, same thing, back and forth. Bring it down. And then I really don't see many ball trails here, maybe a little bit on his arm, but I can just hold it like a pen. There you go, that should pull some of it. You don't want to, like I said, you don't want to go nuts with it. You just check the ball, make sure it doesn't have any dirt on it before you start the next one. Shooter lane is pretty much basic. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna shoot the shooter lane. So the shooter lane right here, you have a one-way gate, so I always like to come in from the other side. Because remember, I'm thinking about how I'm gonna get out. The gate should always be going with me when I'm leaving. Bring it all the way down as far as I can. Bring it back. And that's it, easy peasy.
And that's how you clean a No Fear. It's relatively simple. With these fan layouts, games like Medieval Madness and Attack from Mars, you can pretty much navigate your way through every ramp and every turn with ease. The snake is designed to go in any little corner, and you just take your time with it, learn where the gates are, learn where the switches are, and next thing you know, you'll have a lot of fun doing it. I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks again.